Churches are often portrayed as being safe and peaceful. However, some have a dark and sinister history. With some churches dating as far back as the 12th century, it's no surprise that some churches harbour some ghostly residents. Let's take a look at just a few of the United Kingdom's most haunted churches. Nestled in the countryside of Bedfordshire are the ruins of St Mary's Church, Clophill. The church is believed to be one of the most haunted places in Bedfordshire, with a dark and morbid history. Clophill Church is believed to date back to the 10th century. However, by the 19th century, the local population had outgrown the church. In the 1840s, the church was replaced with a new church in the nearby village. A horrific murder took place nearby in August 1961. James Hanratty, also known as the A6 murderer, killed scientist Michael Gregston in his car on the A6 at Deadman's Hill. Hanratty also raped and shot Michael's girlfriend. Hanratty was one of the last people to be hanged in the United Kingdom. Unfortunately, the church has been a frequent target for vandalism. Dark ritual and satanic worship have often occurred here. It is believed that in the 1960s, children were found playing with bones here. Bones were often found disturbed and laid out in a ritual manner. Many of the graves have sadly been tampered with. The church is said to be faced in the wrong direction, and people believe that the church is faced away from God and is a gateway to hell. The church soon gained the nickname of the Black Magic Church. There have been frequent sightings here, which include a hooded monk and the spirit of a young girl. Her coffin was discovered in the church and stated that she died in 1893. Another spooky tale is of two men that crashed their plane nearby during World War I. Both men tragically died. One man tried to save the other before he sadly perished. He is often seen around the graveyard searching for his friend. St Martin's Church, West Drayton. The parish church largely dates from the 15th century, with some 13th century features. The haunted vaults. In 1749, the locals became convinced that the vaults beneath were haunted. People reported hearing strange noises and knockings. It is believed that some people peered through a ventilation grate into one of the vaults and spotted a raven perched on a coffin. The raven has also been sighted in the church itself, where it was chased by a group of men who found it. It is said that they beat the raven so badly that they broke one of its wings, but it apparently vanished before their eyes. People continued to see it soon after, though it always vanished before anyone could get close enough to it. In 1883, the raven was still very much the talk of the town. People reported hearing phantom flutterings within the church. Some say the raven was the spirit of a murderer who ended his life. It is said that the murderer was buried in consecrated grounds. Others believe that the murderer and their victim were buried next to each other, and this meant that their spirits could not rest. It was generally believed that the raven was the soul of a murderer. The raven was often sighted on a Friday, which was often considered unlucky. Whitby Abbey and St Mary's Church, Yorkshire, England. Whitby's St Mary's Church is said to take the title as the most spookiest church in the UK. The church was founded in 1110 and can be found at the top of 199 steps overlooking the town of Whitby and situated next to the abbey. One ghostly tale is of a widow and families of those who died at sea. It is said that their graves would be visited on the third night of their burial by a coach pulled by headless horses and the remains of skeleton sailors. It is said that once the soul is aboard the coach sets off again, riding into the darkness and heading towards the sea. Other sightings include a ghostly couple. The woman is said to wear a coat over her arm. They are often sighted and suddenly disappear. It is believed that there is a photograph in the church that resembles the couple. Do you dare wonder the 199 steps to the haunted church and graveyard? I hope you've enjoyed today's ghostly tales, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care and bye for now.